That was the end of my war. The Allied troops were moving in. There was nothing more we could do. Elizabeth and the children had taken refuge in a village in Bavaria, so I went to see them before I was captured. I had to go by bicycle. There were no trains or road transport by that time, and I had to travel by night and sleep under a hedge by day. All through the daylight hours, the skies were full of Allied planes, scouring the roads for anything that moved. A man on a bicycle would have been the biggest target left in Germany. 3 days and 3 nights I travelled. Out of Württemberg, down through the Swabian Jura and the first foothills of the Alps, across my beloved homeland. Was this what I'd wanted for it? This endless rubble, this perpetual smoke in the sky, and all the desperate people on the roads. The most desperate of all were the SS, bands of fanatics with nothing left to lose, roaming around, shooting deserters out of hand and hanging them from the roadside trees. The second night, and suddenly there it is, the terrible familiar black tunic emerging from the twilight in front of me. As I stop, I hear the terrible familiar sound. "Deserter," he says. He sounds as exhausted as I am. I give him the travelogue that I've written for myself, but it's too dark for him to see, and he's too weary to care. Instead, he reaches for his holster. He's going to shoot me because he's simply less labor. Then suddenly I'm thinking very quickly and very clearly. What comes into my mind this time is the pack of American cigarettes I have in my pocket, and already it's in my hand. I'm holding it out to him. It's the most desperate solution to a problem yet. In the dark, he tries to see, tries to make it out, tries to think. In his left hand, my useless piece of paper, and his right on the fastening of the holster. There are two simple words in large print on the pack: "Lucky Strike." His hand leaves the holster and he takes the cigarettes instead. It had worked. It had worked. Like all the other solutions to all the other problems. For 20 cigarettes he let me live. And on I went. 3 days and 3 nights. Past the weeping children, the lost and hungry children, drafted to fights and abandoned by the commanders. Past the starving slave laborers, making their way home to France, to Poland, to Estonia. Across my beloved homeland. My ruined and dishonored and beloved homeland.